Everything in the universe happens on purpose. Everything is by design. You can see this when we look at numerology, the Fibonacci sequence. Everything in nature and the universe happens on purpose. So if you wake up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and you feel awake, and it's not because like a dog was barking or your partner woke you up or anything like that. No, if you wake up for no apparent reason, but you're awake and you're wide awake, the universe is bringing you and calling you to attention because it has something very important to communicate to you. Hi guys, my name is Sarah Alotebi, and I'm dedicated to making videos on this beautiful YouTube platform for all of us to help develop ourselves and be the best versions of ourselves, because if we're the best versions of ourselves, we can be that for other people. So I'm really thrilled to be talking about this because honestly, this has ramped up in the past couple months for me, which was why it was an opportune time to have this video. So when you wake up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., a lot of people don't realize that this is the universe kind of tapping you on the shoulder and being like, hey, I need to communicate something to you. And the reason that this actually happens at that time is because you can imagine energy frequencies and radios, right? Because we know the world functions in frequencies and vibrations, everything. Even a solid chair has a vibration. Molecules are still vibrating even though it's solid. And as we know, the different vibrational frequencies and the different pace of it will make it from solid to a liquid to a gas if it's heightened, right? So we know that the universe in and of its core speaks and communicates and interacts, and everything happens through energy. So when you have like a radio station, right? And you know when you've tuned into a radio station, but there are competing frequencies. So there are two different radio stations, or there's a telephone line that's causing confusion. Imagine during the day in your area, in your vicinity, how many telephone calls, how much communication, people talking, busyness and hustle and bustle, and how dense the airwaves and the frequencies are. This is why the universe communicates to you between 3 and 5 a.m. So during the morning, when you wake up at 3 or 5 a.m., the best thing that you can do is sit up and put your feet on the ground. And the reason I want to tell you this is so that you can ground the energies and create that better communication. Because if you're waking up, no matter how much you want to go back to sleep, the universe has a point to get across to you, and you have been chosen in that moment. So it's critical that you wake up and you acknowledge and receive the energy that is coming towards you. Many authors, writers, artists, musicians have received messages during this time from the universe, and it continues. Even me, I'll receive answers to questions that I have during this time and ways that I can progress and build myself in my life. It's been completely profound for me, and I actually have 2 journals that I keep by my bed. One that's a dream journal that I'll jot notes in because unlike a lot of people, I remember all my dreams. So a lot of people, when you wake up in the morning, you don't remember your dream after a few seconds, right? So you go through the experience and you think, I really want to tell my friend that I dreamt about this. And yeah, this happens to many, many people. And it's because in that moment, in that dream state, you're given permission to see it. But after you go through the day, you don't have permission anymore. And it's okay. It's not needed. If it was needed, you would have permission to see it. So for me personally, I dream a lot, and I wake up in the middle of the night during my dreams, and then I'll go back to sleep and I'll have even more profound and in-depth dreams. So I'm not only being woken up to receive a message in that moment, but when I do go back to sleep after I've written the message, also the key is when you write the message, just keep writing. Don't try to think about it. Don't try to analyze whatever you're being told, because right now it's like a download. You're getting a block of energy that you're translating into the language that you speak and that you write in, and you're writing it down, and you just want to write it down and keep it there. Then what you want to do is, if you have a question or something on your mind, typically this happens when there are big shifts, crossroads, things happening in your life that are important to be addressed. So what you want to do is ask your question during this time. Ask for an answer, or ask the universe to give you a direction. Ask the universe to give you advice, because this is the opportune time, because the communication lines go both ways. You can receive at the same time as you can communicate back up. So it's very important to ask this question after. And then what you do is, if you go back to sleep, or if you want to stay up for the rest of the day, be in that energy, Good idea is to do some yoga, do some energetic movement. Even if you want to do some meditation, that's great too. Or if you want to go back to sleep and then wake up later, that's also great too. And most of you will most likely have more profound dreams right after that, because if you wake up in the middle of the night and go back to sleep, a lot of times you'll have more in-depth dreams just because of the rhythm of your sleep pattern. So go back to sleep, wake up in the morning, and then what you want to do is, as you're starting your day, going to get a glass of water, a coffee, a tea, anything like that, you get your notebook out again and you read what it is that you wrote. That's when you want to translate, analyze, look at some of the things and the information that you wrote and keep it in your mind, because I guarantee you throughout the day, as you go through your day, there'll be things that pop up that remind you of what it is that you wrote, because it's conscious and it's planted in your mind and it's planted in your subconscious too now. So you're aware. So that way you'll be able to recognize divine guidance as you're going throughout your day. I know it sounds like a long, lengthy process, but believe me, when you get into the habit of doing this, you will not imagine it any other way. It's so, so, so beneficial and so profound. And I know for any of you who try this, you will be addicted to this method and really want to do it every single night, and will do it whenever you're woken up at 3 to 5 a.m. because it's super critical and important. But the point is that if you're also getting these really, really profound dreams, I recommend that you get a dream journal. Let me get mine for you. It's right here by my bed. This is one of my favorites. So I got this dream journal, and the reason that I like it so much is it allows you to have places for sketching the part of what your dream was like. You record it, you reflect, and then you can tick different emotions that you feel during this. So it's been extremely beneficial for me, and I can go through and see patterns of anything that I'm going through. And I also write down really profound ones that I've had, and sometimes I sketch, sometimes I don't. See here, I wrote. So you don't need to always sketch. It's only if there's a symbol or something has a lot of meaning to you. So I highly recommend that you get a dream journal too, so that you have both of these beside your bed, because that way, especially if you're wanting to use the law of attraction and energy and connect with divine guidance and your higher self, it's so important that you learn these connection methods so that you can amplify what it is that you're doing in your life now and making things better for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you've tried this yourself. If any of you are waking up between 3 and 5 a.m., the experiences that you're having. I know personally, I've been waking up a lot these past couple months, like I said in the beginning, and it's actually gotten to the point where sometimes I'm not able to sleep until that time. So I'll be going to sleep at like 4 a.m. because I'm staying up and I'm being kept up with these energies, and then learning more. So as I go through the night, the energies get more and more and more powerful. And then I have more and more and more downloads, and usually I'm scripting at like 3 a.m. and then I'll finally sleep, which is a bit abnormal, but I think there's something happening astrologically right now that's causing it in my personal life. But we all have our different paths, and our paths that aren't necessarily different but similar, but we're all at different stages, right? So hope you enjoyed this. Hit that subscribe button. I have some really cool new videos coming to you to help us all raise our vibrations and ourselves to the highest versions of ourselves. Take care, guys, and we'll chat soon.